right, so how do animals grow and change? Who can describe for me the life cycle of a butterfly? Who knows the answer to this? Mimi? What's the first stage of a butterfly's life?
It's the egg.
Yeah, so the adult butterfly lays the eggs. Well done, Mimi. Right, so this is a close-up view. Butterfly eggs are absolutely itty-bitty. What happens after it lays the eggs, Hannah?
It will hatch into a caterpillar.
Very good. Hatches into a larva.
Yeah, larva.
Right? After it turns into a caterpillar, it eats. And it eats, and it eats, and it eats, and it eats. And then it decides that, I'm done eating. I'm nice and full and fat. And it creates itself a little pupa. A pupa. All right? It's a hard covering where it kind of relaxes. It turns into some formless goo and reshapes itself into a butterfly. All right, so when you see one of these pupa, there's not a caterpillar in there and there's not a butterfly in there. For some time, there's just a really gross, gooey mass while it's changing from a caterpillar into a butterfly. Okay, so after it undergoes its little change in the pupa from the caterpillar to the butterfly, the pupa turns into a chrysalis, and the adult butterfly comes popping out. And then it starts all over and lays its eggs. Well done, you guys. All right, who can bond? Can you tell me the life cycle of a frog? How do frogs start off? How do frogs start off, Bond?
It's a egg and it's go to tadpole.
Yeah, tadpole. What happens after the tadpole?
And grow a leg and grow a leg and grow
That's right. So
grow a hand and it's a egg.
Very good. So it starts off as eggs, and they lay hundreds or thousands of eggs, like just tons and tons of eggs. And then they turn into tadpoles, and they live underwater. And then the tadpoles grow, and they start getting legs, like you said. You're right. They grow legs first. And then they grow arms and lungs. And then they slurp up that tail and become an actual frog. And then it goes and it lays eggs again. It's just a whole huge circle over and over and over. Well done, Bond. So animals have special body parts, features, or ways of doing things that help them survive in their environments. For example, the porcupine. All right. It is a plant-eating animal, so it has very sharp front teeth that help it cut off the plants, cut off pieces of the plants. And then the back teeth are nice and flat, and it helps the animal, or helps the porcupine grind those plants down so it can eat them. All right, so this is an example of an adaptation that helps the porcupine be able to survive. All right, flamingos have this long curved bill that help it to filter food in shallow water. So it sticks its whole bill, this whole thing, down into the water. And because it's curved, it helps it filter out some of the food. All right, this bird has a very short and strong beak, and it helps it to break open seeds. right? Because this is a seed-eating insect. And then this bird has a thin, sharp bill or beak that helps it pick out food. Okay, so these are all adaptations or changes that the animals have grown over millions of years to help them be able to eat the food that they need. All right, without this thin, sharp little bill, it wouldn't be able to pick out the insects. And without this really strong one, it wouldn't be able to break open those really tough seeds.